Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Mariam and I talk about my journey as an international medical graduate in the UK. I am currently an internal medicine trainee and I have gone through all these PLAB journey myself. Although PLAB is replacing UK MLA very soon, I thought it's worth spending a video on how to study for PLAB 1. I personally believe that AKT will be fairly at the same level of difficulty to the PLAB. As a quick reminder, PLAB 1 is the first part of the UK medical licensing exam. You can check out my previous video to know more about PLAB 1. I'll put it somewhere around here. $1 million question: what resources should you use to study for PLAB 1? Based on the GMC website, there are 2 resources that you should use to prepare for PLAB exams, which are all mentioned in PLAB Blueprint. I will leave a link in the description for everything I talk about. Blueprint is based on the UK Good Medical Practice Guidance, outcome for provisionally registered doctors and UK Foundation Programme curriculum. It might sound a bit complicated to use the blueprint, but it is actually really easy and enlightening. It can come as an Excel or a PDF file. Once you open it, you can see the main topic in the first column. Then you go to the presentation and then look at the conditions that you have to know for the exam. For example, looking at the topic of the eye and the condition of red eye, you have a few causes that you should know. You click on it and you find all the conditions that present with red eye. And where can you study those topics? If you want to go based on the foundation program curriculum, there are different online resources that they have provided for each part of the curriculum. They are free for someone doing their foundation training, but you can access some of them as well. I've also left a link for all these resources. Alternatively, you can study using Oxford Handbook of Clinical Medicine or Clinical Specialties. So wait, I'm confused myself. Is it too difficult to study for PLAB? Not really. With a simple Google search, you might realise that there are many question banks and you might get confused. Which one should I choose? So I'll start explaining what are the available resources. Starting with the question banks, first we go to PLABABLE. It is the most reputable question bank, and to be fair, it can be just enough. They have around 2,500 questions with detailed explanations. They've got mnemonics, revision guides. They come in subject-wise and mock format. PLABABLE also offers gems, which are basically flashcards and pearls. They also have big mocks, which are fairly similar to the questions you would see on your exam day. Subscription is not overpriced and I totally recommend it myself. Second reputable resources are Passmedicine and Medrevision. Both fairly same interface with PLABABLE. Personally tried Medrevision, perfect for more challenging questions. But again, both come as a question bank, detailed explanation and mocks. Difference is they have probably more questions and sometimes there might be questions that are not necessarily needed for the exam. There are other question banks such as PASTES, PLAB Prep, MCQ Bank, and I'm pretty sure that many more. There are also free question banks. Dr. Khalid's 1700 question bank, it is based on recalls and unfortunately does not come with a reliable answer and it's not updated as frequent as you can guess. It's a recall based question bank. You can access it from Dr. Khalid's Facebook page himself. There are also sample questions in the GMC website. They could be a good place to start, especially if you want to have a rough idea or estimation of the difficulty of the exam. Moving on to the revision notes. Apart from the question banks, which all come with detailed explanations, there are websites providing written notes for revision. Again, most reputable one, PLABVerse. It is really good for visual learners. There are different colors that some might find it useful and others might find it annoying. I personally used it and found it helpful, but I strongly advise you to see their free trial before paying for the subscription. PLABVerse is the second reputable website. Number of pages is much fewer compared to PLABVerse because they have avoided repetitions. It is less helpful for visual learners, but overall it's a great compact revision note. Now it's probably the favorite part of the video, time to talk about free materials. Annoyingly, some of the websites are only available if you use a UK IP, so just simply get a free VPN extension on your Chrome, for example, and switch to UK to be able to access these resources. I could say first and most important, a life-savior resource is the NICE CKA. It's basically the clinical knowledge summaries. It's initially provided for primary care practitioners, but has loads and loads of great information for doctors planning to work in the UK. Operating the website is pretty easy. Just choose a topic and read all about the diagnosis, management and prognosis. Sometimes you need to look up the guideline for some condition, including asthma or UTI management. So you can simply go open NICE guidelines and take a look at the guideline yourself instead of just going through websites and different resources. British National Formulary, or for short BNF, is another website that you might just need to check the drugs. This website is also only available for UK IPs. A very good resource to revise pathophysiologies is the professional section of the Patient.info website. I personally found it really helpful, but definitely not better than CKS. But go on and check it out. There are some conditions that you would prefer to look it up through the Patient.info and some through the CKS. Some resources are only available if you've got an NHS email. As I know, there are some people that are already working in the NHS but awaiting their GMC registration. For example, BMJ Best Practice is an excellent tool for junior doctors and it's funded by the Health Education England. So if you've already got an NHS mail, you can freely use it. So what study resources are best for you? Everyone has their own method of studying and preparing for exams. If you've got plenty of time, use different notes and question banks and plan your study guided by the PLAB Blueprint. But if you've only got a couple of months, I strongly advise you to just stick to the PLABABLE. I would definitely use CKS no matter how much time I have. Bear in mind that you are already a doctor and you have loads of knowledge, but exam is an exam and you have to put your best to score enough to pass. You won't get any basic science questions like biochemistry, physiology, biophysics or embryology anyway. I'm pretty positive you already know most of the conditions asked in the exam, but you need to know the approach to these conditions based on UK Good Medical Practice, NICE or other guidelines relevant to UK medical practice. The culprit in PLAB 1 is the time management, as questions are pretty lengthy and you won't master unless you practice. Hope you all enjoyed this video and good luck for the exam. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends.